Good evening and welcome to WIMC TV presentation of Whaler Basketball. Hello everybody, I'm John Silver here along with David Rodriguez. We're here at the Bearsworth Gonzalez Gymnasium where tonight the Big Three matchup features the Boxers from Brockton High School and your own New Bedford High Whalers. This is the second meeting between these two teams. Last time they met was in Brockton with the Boxers coming up with a victory by the score of 71-67. Tonight, the Whalers in a very tough situation with only 2 games left in the schedule. They have to win at least one more game to make the postseason tournament, but the Boxers already in with 12 wins. David, how do you think the Whalers going to have to step up tonight to win this game?
Well, I think the Whalers, one thing they have to do, they have to go out there aggressively, and they have to try and make as many shots as they can and try to force as many turnovers from Brockton. And they just have to try, just like every game, they've been making a lot of three-pointers, and hopefully that can be one key tonight.
The Whalers losing 6 games. They're in a 6-game losing streak. Their last game they won was on January 20th against Bishop Hendricken, a team from Rhode Island, by the score of 87-69. The Whalers definitely have to step up. Coach Roderick has tried everything in the book this season. They're 9-9. They lost 6 games in a row, and they definitely have to step up in this game to beat this well-coached Boxers.
Yeah, basically the last couple of meetings it's been all Boxers, but tonight Coach Roderick has to find a way to actually get past this Brockton team, and hopefully tonight can be the night that Coach Roderick can finally get a win.
Well, Coach Roderick has made a change again in tonight's lineup. Tommy Rodriguez, a senior, will get the start today, making his first start, and talked to Coach Rodriguez earlier, and he's definitely looking for Tommy to step up, and he thinks this might work to beat this Brockton Boxer team.
Yeah, I haven't really seen Tommy Rodriguez play that much this season, but basically he's come off the bench a lot, and hopefully he can do something really good tonight.
Last game, there was 3 plays for Brockton that tremendously put a wonderful show up there in Brockton with Peter Bernard only missed 1 shot. He was crowd pretty loud here tonight. Peter Bernard was 8 for 9 from the field, was the leading scorer with 17 points. John Langston was 8 for 8 from the field with 16, and Tyrone Pruitt was 5 for 7 with 13. A combine of 21 for 24 from the field. What a tremendous, 3 plays that the coach definitely has to do something to stop these guys.
Yeah, those are the 3 big players that John just mentioned, and hopefully the Whalers can at least try and stop them.
For the Whalers, Draven had 19 in that game, and Aurora was 16. Basically the offense is based on Corey Drafin, and he's had a tremendous season. But the one thing that the Whalers players have to look at, they cannot sit, stand and watch Corey Drafin do all the scoring. Aurora's been doing a little scoring, but the other guys definitely have to step up.
Yeah, basically the last few games it's been Zach Rocha who's been exceptionally well, along with Tommy Balistracci and just Harrison Aurora. The whole team just has to step up, not just Corey Draffin and Harrison Aurora. They have to have a really strong starting 5 to be successful.
Definitely. Corey, the leading scorer in the Big Three, is averaging 21 points a game, and the second leading scorer is also, on his team. That's Harrison Aurora, who's averaging about 10 points a game, and they definitely have to do some scoring tonight against this big team. And as you see, they are introducing the starting lineup. The starting lineup for the Brockton Boxers at guards is going to be number 23, Derek Thatcher, 32, Peter Bernard, who had a big game last game, John Langston at the center, Justin Council at the forward, and Kurt Wilmot at the other forward position. And for the Whalers, as I had said before, Tommy Rodriguez is making his first start of the season. He's over here wearing number 13. And the rest of them is, as usual, Tom Belistracci, Ariston Aurora, David Roman, and Corey Drafin. Also, that backup point guard, Joe Clement, got a sprained ankle doing practice, and they moved up Brandon Pena, who's a sophomore. He was a Stein point guard on the JV level, and they moved him up for tonight's game because of the injury to JoJo Clement.
Yeah, I really did hear that Brandon Pena actually was dominating the JV level, and hopefully he could be getting some big minutes here tonight against in the Big Three match.
Definitely. Let's get ready for the playing of our national anthem. It's coming right about now.
And now Alicia James and Christine Oliveira will be singing the national anthem themselves.
Followed by the singing of our national anthem by New Bedford High School cheerleaders Christine Oliveira and Alicia James.
All right, John, we're back. And any predictions for tonight? Who do you think's going to win?
Well, I can't tell you who's going to win, but like I said, the Whales have to step up this game. They're in a 6-game losing streak, and this Boxer team is a very tough team. They're a very talented, tough team. As you see here on your screen, there's the Whalers starting lineup. But, the Brockton is a very tough team, and, you just got to come out with all you have and, pull this, it's not going to be an upset, but, you just got to come, get the victory.
Yeah, I do think that it's going to be a pretty close game, and it's probably going to come down to the final seconds. But I do think Brockton is probably going to win this game, and it's going to be tough for New Bedford.
Dave, it's tough to say that, but we'll see. The Whalers always tough when they play at home, and here we go. Brockton controls the ball in the first half. Derek Thatcher running the offense. And Brockton is up on the scoreboard with the first 2 points of the game. Justin Council, the 6'3", moving forward with the basket. Ariston Aurora running the show for the Whalers. Tommy Belshadji with the missed three-pointer. Corey Drakeman with the rebound. The Whalers definitely have to move the ball up the court real quick, try to get the fast break, offense. Corey Drafen in the basket. Corey Drafen has been the Whalers. He's the man of the Whalers. He's a great player, and Coach Rogers definitely likes to get the ball to his best player, and Corey's the man that makes everything happen here for the Whalers, and you've just seen it.
Yeah, he's also really fast. He's also he was also a wide receiver on the football team. If you didn't know that, John.
Yeah, Corey is also a big track star, very very quick, and he's been playing tough real tough for the Whales. And there's a turnover forced by the Whales. Ariston Aurora throws it away, and the Box is going to take over. The amount of mistakes that the Whales cannot make against this Brockton Boxers, they will capitalize for their turnovers, and there come some big points off. They easily break the Whaler press. Corey Drapin with the rebound, gets it out to Aurora. Aurora's going to pull up for the 3, but he's way off. Ball to Corey Drapin. Corey Drapin to the basket, and he scores again. Corey Drapin, great move. Gets the ball on the side, brings it to the middle, and goes up strong. And there's a great job by Tommy Belstracci on the defense side of the ball. The Whalers put their press on, and right now it looks like it's working.
Yeah, Tommy Belstracci has really stepped up since during the losing streak, and he really does have to step up here tonight.
He definitely has to. Almost a turnover. Thatcher passes to Peter Bernard, and Peter Bernard scores. The Wales defense definitely has to get back and stop the fast break. Can't afford to give them easy baskets. And there's a turnover. Great job by Tommy Rodrigues. A great job of hustling. And there, Tommy Belstracci doing a great job of also hustling. And the ball will go to Brockton. Great job of hustling both from Tommy Belstracci and Tommy Rodrigues. Tommy Rodrigues, a good player who likes to hustle and goes out, throws his body for the loose ball. Bernard to Thatcher. Thatcher pulls for the 3, misses. Rebound by Council. The Wales definitely, they got to put a body on Council. Council for the 3, in and out, rims out. Rebound by the Boxers. And Kurt Wilmot with the rebound with the putback. The Wales, Ariston. And there's a travel called on Corby Drayfin. Already, the Brockton is already rebounding the Wales on an offensive rebound, and they have to put a body on these guys. They're very big and very aggressive, and they will push, and the Wales definitely got to push back. That's a foul on David Raymond, number 22.
That personal foul was charged to Dave Raymond of New Bedford. His first personal foul and the first team foul.
With 3 minutes gone by, the score, Brockton Boxers 6, New Bedford 5. Bernard pulls for the 3, misses. Corey Drayfin, no Council with the rebound, offensive rebound. Back to Thatcher. Thatcher with a great pass to Bernard, and Bernard finishes. That's a great job by the Brockton Boxers. The offensive rebound is definitely killing the Whalers here in this game.
Yeah, the Whalers just have to box out and try and grab those easy rebounds that they just can't get.
Corey in the middle, takes a bad shot, nothing but backboard. Rebound by the Boxers. Thatcher bringing the ball down. Kirk Wilmot, ball is an air ball, rebound by the Wales. Ariston Aurora to Tommy Rodrigues with the 3. Tommy misses the 3, rebounded by Ariston Aurora. No, it was last hit by the Whalers. Aurora thought was hit by a Brockton Boxer, and he lets it go in the Brockton ball. Checking in for the first time tonight is Steve Verniche, number 33, in for Tommy Rodrigues.
Steve Verniche usually starts, but Tommy Rodrigues got the rare start tonight.
Turnover. No, the ball will stay with the Boxers. Now, like David said, usually Bernice would start, but Tommy Rodrigues got the start today, and he did a pretty good job with the few minutes he was in. The Whalers definitely have to get on the floor for the loose ball. They can't let the Boxers get get to the ball. Bernard with the 3, and he hits it. Bernard having a big night already. Just 5 minutes gone into the game.
He's already got 7 points.
7 points by Bernard. That was a big 3. And the Whalers falling down already, 11-5. There's a foul on number 45, Raymond Bernard. And the ball will stay with the Whalers. They have to get on Bernard's face. He's a good shooter. He could shoot the 3-pointer, or he could take it in. So if he's out there, they definitely got to stick on. David Raymond with the 3.
And that's basically what David Raymond does. He'll give you 2 or 3 3-pointers a game, and basically on the losing streak, that's what he's been doing.
Got loose ball on the floor, and there's going to be a jump ball. David, you were right. Preston Raymond is the center for the Whalers. But one thing I haven't seen him do a lot this year is a post up. They run the motion play. He gets, outside the 3-point line. If you give it to him, he was going to take it. He's not afraid to shoot the ball, and he could hit it for a 6'3" center.
Very, very rare for a center to really take a 3-pointer.
Corey Drafen throws the ball away. It was tipped by the Brockton Boxers, the referee is saying, and it will stay with the Whalers. Watch out for Corey to get the ball here. And he does. Takes a shot, but he misses. Rebound by Tom Bell Strategy. Back to Corey. Corey, the ball is taken by number 34, Kirk Wilmot. Thatcher running the offense. Gives it to Bernard. Bernard's going to pull for another 3. Misses. Rebound by Corey Drafen. Great rebound. You see David Raymond was ready to pull for another one. Ariston Aurora with a good move. And Thatcher with the foul. Ariston has to do it all the time. Most point guards in this league cannot stick with Aurora. He's very quick, as you know. He's also a big football player. Plays a running back, so he's very quick with his feet. So you definitely have to get in front of him and do not let him go by you. And as you just seen it, he did beat Thatcher and made him commit the foul. And he's at the line shooting 2.
And something that hasn't gone in the Whalers' way since the 6-game losing streak, the free throws percentage hasn't been that, free throws haven't been that good either.
As Coach I was telling, the free throw, they've definitely been shooting. The free throw has really been poorly. They really haven't hit any, and as you've seen, Ariston, he just missed his first out of his 2 shots. And it's really been really poor for them. Coming in for the Whalers is Ian Mello, who's been stunned when Renish went down, and now you see Renish and Mello in the same time, the same game. But easy break the press, and once again the Brockton Box turn over the ball. The Whalers definitely have to capitalize on these turnovers. You definitely got to get them easy points. Corey with the ball. He's going to drive to the middle, and he is blocked. Oh, Bernard with another 3, and that will count. There will be a foul on the Whalers. Don't know who the foul's on. The 3-point will stand, and that's Bernard's 2nd of the game, and he already has 10 points here in this first half. Also in the game right now for the Brockton Box, number 25, Tyrone Pruitt, who had a big game last time these 2 teams met. He had 13 points, 5 for 7 from the field, and he's a player that can come off the bench and have a big day. David Raymond again with a 3, 2nd of the game. Like, he's not a center. And the Whalers, big, turn over to the Boxers. And a foul.
It looks like they're gonna get. It looks like they're gonna get a offense. Oh no, they're gonna give it against Ian Mello. You saw the elbow that Brockton threw against Ian Mello, didn't you?
You have to expect that from Brockton. I mean, this team from Brockton, I'm not saying they're gonna be dirty, but once in a while they'll throw some elbows and everything. But the Whalers got to be ready for that. The Whalers got some tough plays on the team. But as you've seen, they're doing a lot of hustling. And they want this game. They're diving on the floor every time the ball's on the floor, and that's what you got to expect from these Wales team. Brockton Box is getting plenty of opportunity, but cannot get the ball in the hole. And the foul is on.
All right, John, we're gonna show a replay of that elbow in the next couple of seconds. As take a look at this. As Ian Mello just got elbowed right in the face, and he gets called for the foul. As we go back to normal action, right on the floor, and that was a missed shot.
Brockton Box is just out rebounding on the offensive board. The Wales cannot grab a defensive board. But one thing about them offensive boards, the Brockton are getting, they're not finishing after they get them. So that's a pretty good sign for the Wales. And there's a turnover. It will be Wales' ball.
And it looks like Brockton's just using a lot of their players. Maybe they don't want to get them too tired, and possibly.
Well, in this big game, you don't want no one to get into foul trouble. You want everyone to, have plenty of rest and get back in this game. Right now in the game, 42, Stephen Avelin. He's in the game. Also in for Brockton is number 35, Dominic Beck. There the ball hit to the corners to Corey Drafin. Who turns the ball over? And Tyrone Pruitt with the score. And a great job by Kirk Wilmot of getting back and knocking the ball out of bounds. That's a great defensive play.
And it looks like Brandon Pina's gonna come in and see his first action on the varsity level. And
Brandon Pina, number 15, only a sophomore, moved up to varsity for this game. As Joe Clement, the backup point guard, sprained an ankle, and he's getting the opportunity of making his first debut as a varsity player. And great move by Corey, but he misses. David Raymond with the rebound. He gets another rebound. He goes back up, but cannot finish. And the ball goes to Brockton.
This is going to be a big thrill for Pina in his first game. This is going to be probably the biggest game that he's been in high school.
Well, he definitely has to step up. And if for Coach Rogers to move him up, Coach Rogers definitely have to have a lot of confidence in him. He must be a little nervous. His first varsity game. Everyone is going to be nervous about playing their first varsity game. But I seen him playing JV. He's a good point guard who likes to run things, and he'll do anything Coach Rogers asks him to do, and that's why Coach Rogers moved him up. And he has a lot of confidence in this kid. Dominic Beck running the offense for the Brockton Boxers. Kirk Wilmot with the missed layup. Ian Mel bring the ball up for the Whalers. Brandon Pina running the show right now. And there's a foul on Brandon Pina, picking up his first foul as a varsity player, setting a legal pitch, and the ball will go off to Brockton. But his debut was cut short because Ariston Aurora is back in the game.
You actually do probably want to win this game if you like Ariston Aurora, because this is probably his. Well, he actually has one more game, but this is possibly his last chance to win a state championship.
Definitely, Aurora is a senior, also a captain. He is a senior. This is the only chance, like David said, he'll get a chance to win a championship, and if you want to do it, definitely has to be this season for Aurora. And a great move by Josh Council, taking it to the left side of the basket and going up strong to finish with the layup.
4 points now for Council already.
There's another turnover for the Whalers. Thatcher with the steal. Council penetrates to Bernard. Bernard wide open for the three, and he hits it. Bernard This kid Bernard could really shoot. Peter Bernard. He's a junior guard, 6'1". This kid could shoot it. And the thing is, he's only a junior, so he will be back next year.
Yeah, you can't let him be wide open. You see how it was only about maybe about 6 feet that a Whaler player was actually that close.
They're just leaving him open. This kid could stick. That's his third one of the game. And he has 13 points in this first half, and there's still 6:49 left in this first half. You cannot let this kid shoot the ball. You already seen what he can do, and they need to do something. I don't know if this zone is working, but they definitely need to go man and have somebody play Bernard, because he already has 13 points, and he could shoot the lights off.
Yeah, he's just unbelievable, and I don't know a word that could describe him. And
Brockton coming in to this game with a 12-4 record. They already have qualified for the state tournament. They're a tough team. They play about the same type of schedule as the Above High Whalers, and they're a tough team. And the Whalers right now, they definitely have to step their game up, because right now the score is 21-12. Boy, to Corey Drafin. Corey Drafin with the 2 in the basket counts. Corey is definitely doing a great job. He's the lead on this team, and he has to step up.
And look at who it is. It's
there
your
he
friend,
is,
Zach
number
Rocha.
11, Zach Rocha, my main man, making his trip to the court for the first time tonight. Zach Rocha has definitely stepped up his game. For someone that didn't think he was going to play at all this season, Coach Rodrigues, another person he really has a lot of confidence in, has stepped up. He had a career game against Bishop Hendricken with a career high 15 points, and the Whales again churned the ball over. Corey Drafin tries to get the ball. The time Bell Stratcher ball was stolen. Thatcher pulls up and he hits with a nice huge jumper from the top of the key. Emerson Aurora bringing the ball up the court. He's having a quiet night. Corey Drafin pulls up, misses, and the ball will go to the Brockton boxes. It looked like Stephen Evelyn hit the ball out of his hand, but the referee probably didn't have a good look, and he called it Brockton ball. Zach Roach is trying to come from behind to steal the ball. Patch it back to Bernard. Got to get to Bernard. Cannot let him shoot to Pruitt. Pruitt with a pump fake, going to take it to the basket, and he's going to turn the ball over. If you just have joined us, right now the score is 23-15, Brockton Boxers. It's been a great night so far for Peter Bernard, who already has 13 points with 5:27 left in this first half. Ariston Aurora posts for the 3. He misses. Rebounded by the Boxers. Stephen Ablin to Thatcher. Thatcher brings the ball up the court. Kicks it to Bernard. Bernard with a pump fake. Nice pass. And Stephen Ablin with the finish. He can't not only shoot, but he can also pass the ball. You just seen it right there.
Yeah, he's a really good passer, and Corey Drafin just missed the basket.
It's been like this for the 6-game losing streak. It's been like this. Like Coach Riley said, the ball just doesn't want to go in the net. They've been trying to score, but they just cannot get the ball in the basket.
And it does look like, from our angle, that Coach Rodrigues is not happy at all, and he's gonna get a technical foul. Coach Rodrigues has just gotten a technical foul. One more, and he's gonna be out of here.
Coach Rodrigues with a technical foul,
and
that's not good.
And Coach Tom Toppy, if Rodrigues gets thrown out, it would be Tom Toppy that would be taking over.
I do not think Coach Rodgers would get thrown out of this game. Coach Rodgers, you get aggravated at this point. You know, your team has lost 6 games in a row. You look at the score now. The score is 26-15. the Brockton leading right now, I mean, you cannot, as a coach, you cannot be happy, you know. And as you've seen, Bernard shooting the technical free throws, and he will also be at the line. So he's shooting 4 foul shots, and he's made 2 out of 3. He has 1 more.
And he also has a game high 15 points.
15 points.
As much as the Whalers have his points, and to make that 16 points now.
And the last home game was against St. John's Prep, and they had their point guard had 27 in the first half. He ended up with 40. I think it was
40 points.
40 points for the night. So Bernard looking to compete against that.
Ooh! And
Great
Steve
job.
Renish showing a lot of hustle there.
There he is, Steve Renish, always a big hustler. You see him diving across the court, trying to get the loose ball.
Did you see he almost knocked over one of the Brockton coaches?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Kirk Wilmot with the score. Corey Grafin foul, but the referee does not call it. Thatcher gets the rebound. The ball will go to the Whalers. The Whalers cannot score. Don't know what the problem is, but they cannot score. We're bringing the ball up court. Stolen by Thatcher. Thatcher brings it to the basket. Misses. Rebound by Bernard. Bernard again scores. Peter Bernard is having a night. Wow, rebounding, pulling back his own rebound. He's just doing a tremendous job. Corey Drafin, and he is blocked, but the foul will be called on Raymond Bernard. Don't know if he has any relation with Peter Bernard.
All right, we're gonna John. We're gonna show that Steve Renish the hustle, and here we go. Steve Renish with a great hustle. As you see, he almost knocked over the Brockton coach, and that's gonna be pretty tough if you're the Brockton coach.
Hey, that's Steve Renish for you. He's a great player, also a great hustler. You know, he's a great defensive player for this Whale team, and you know, Coach Rogers is hoping that he can step up tonight. You know, the whole team needs to step up. The score is right now Brockton 32, the Whalers 16, and Corey's at the line shooting 2. And he misses again.
Basically a rare miss for Corey Draffin.
Definitely, I mean, free throws has been killing the Whalers this whole season, and they just haven't hit enough. Corey Draffin with the rebound. To David. David Raymond missed a wide open layup.
Wow.
Hits nothing but the glass. You have to be upset. Bernard is going to take another 3, but he misses. Brockton with the rebound. How can you miss a wide open layup?
Well, that would have cut the lead, cut the deficit down to 14.
Justin Council with a big 3. This Brockton box is really, they're hot. You cannot let anybody shoot. And the ball is gonna go over to the Whalers. A great hustle by number 44, Justin Council. Knocks down a chair. And the ball will go to the Boxers.
Yeah, I believe this is probably the biggest game that I've seen both teams hustling up and down the court, and basically it's going to be pretty tiring after a while.
Definitely. Pruitt with a great catch. Going to give the ball, but Kirk Wilmot is going to get called for travel and a timeout by Brockton. The Whales definitely have to get something going on. They're not hitting any of these shots. They're missing wide open layup. Now you see the scoring screen, it's 35-16 with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left to go.
So, John, what do you think Coach Rodrigues is actually telling his players right now?
They need to, stop playing Whaler basketball. I mean, I don't know what's been going on the last 6 games they lost. They haven't been playing Whaler basketball. And tonight, basically, is the same thing. They haven't played the game that probably Coach Rogers was expecting them to play tonight. You know, this is a big, it's a big three, you know, big three game. And, you know, the Bucks is coming in with a 3-0 record. And the New Bedford, a very surprising 1-2 record, losing last Friday against the Durfee Hilltoppers, the first time in a while.
Yeah, Durfee's basically on a hot streak lately, and basically, I think Durfee only needs 2 more wins, and they got to win the last 2, and they make the tournament.
You know, Durfee, you know, they have a young, very young team, very, very young, and you know they're gonna mature, and by next year they should be at least, you know, probably a contender to win the Big Three.
Yeah, I know they do have a freshman named Jamal Johnson who is just outstanding.
Oh, he could leap.
Oh yeah, he can really dunk.
David Raymond. To Renish, but Renish misses the 3, and the foul is gonna call on Mr. Zach Rocha. Trying to rebound, but Zach got to remember he has to be in front of someone to box out.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough now.
It's gonna be 1-1 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. So the Whalers can't commit any more fouls, because if they do, they will force the Boxers to go to the line and continue basically this scoring streak. And guess who's at the line?
Let me guess. Peter Bernard.
Peter Bernard, who's having a tremendous, tremendous game.
And Brandon Pina and Ian Mello both coming in the game now.
Definitely, you need someone stepping for Everston Aurora. You know, and Brandon has to know that even if he has to come in for a couple of seconds, you know, a couple of minutes, he definitely has to, you know, do his best. Peter Bernard just doing a beautiful job at the line. As I say that, he misses one.
Ooh, nice one, John. Whalers down by 20.
Brandon controlling the offense. He's going to get the ball, but it's going to be stolen by Justin Council. He's going to take it to the basket. And Kirk Wilmar is going to go for a layup, but he misses. So we've seen a lot of missed layups, a lot of missed shots. Justin Council did a great job getting in front of the ball, stealing it. No, for a second, I thought he was going to go up with it. But
I really did think he was going to take it, try and dunk it.
It would have been nice, but, you know, I don't know if this crowd would have been too happy, but Corey Draven's at the line. They're also shooting 1-1. And he hits.
10 points now for Corey Draven. He's the second leading scorer. And Wales leading scorer as well.
Corey Draven makes 2. There's going to be a steal. There's going to be an offensive foul on David Raymond. David was out of control on that. He should have gave it to the guard or gave it to someone on the wing. And just, you know, he decided to take it to himself, and he picks up a foul. And he's going to go out of this game. And that's his 3rd foul. That's David Raymond's 3rd foul. And Lance Michaud
a junior is going to come in the game now.
He's a 6'5" senior.
Junior, rather.
Oh, junior. There he is with a big 3. Peter Bernard with his 4th 3 of the game.
22
and he's
points.
Having a big game with 22 and Pruitt with a steal, and he's going to go up the basket. He's going to get the 2. Wow, this score is 41-18. There's going to be a turnover, Whaler turnover, and Brockton takes over. I don't know what's going on with this Whaler team, but right now it does not look good for the Whalers. They are down 41-18, and they easy break the press, and Peter Bernard is going to take it all the way to the basket. He scores! Peter Bernard having a big scene, take it easy to the basket.
Doesn't it seem like it's
24, and there's another steal.
Doesn't it seem like
the boxes, and Renish with a steal. And he's going to pull up, and he's going to miss. Lance with the tip in. Great job by Lance getting in there.
Some people say he plays like Big Country Reeves. You know Big Country. Even though he's out of basketball.
That's you know, Big Country was a great player
for the Vancouver Grizzlies, but he's retired now.
But now what a great pass to Justin Council. And Justin Council was also, getting in the scoring column.
He's got 9 already.
Yeah, 9 points. 34 seconds to go. We're down by 25. And Corey Drafin still missing.
It's
and the
Drafin.
ball, I'm sorry about that. It's not Drafin, it's Drafin. Just found that out this year. Since I met him, I've been calling him Drafin. But that's Drafin. Talking about Corey Drafin, number 23 for the New High Wales. And the foul is committed by Lance Machado, and it will send Kirk Wilmot to the foul line, shooting 2. The Whale is down 25 in this first half with 11.9 seconds left to go. And as I turn around, I already see people leaving the building. This is not good. If the Whales do lose this game, they have one more game, which is on a Wednesday night against a tough dominant team that beat them in the beginning of the season.
I do think it's going to be a tough game, but John, I gotta note this for you. Doesn't it look like it's the Harlem Globetrotters beating some really not so good team?
They're just not playing the game. I don't know if they're nervous, but they're just not playing the game. And if they are nervous, this is, they can't be nervous in this game. And Steve Renish with a buzzer beater. Great job.
3 points.
Ian Miller hits a 3. Does not get it in. Goes right to Renish. And then he just sends it in. Hits off the backboard and goes in. At least a good ending note for the New Bedford High Whales. But Coach Rogers has definitely have to go talk to his team. Tell them they have to come on in the second half and play a much, much better game. Because if they don't, it will be an ugly second half for this Whale team. John Silver along here with David Rodriguez, as you just seen in the first half. It does not look good for the Whales.
All right, we're going to show David Raymond's offensive foul coming up right now. As David goes in for the layup, and he's called for the offensive foul.
And the thing is,
he's not that happy, and I believe we do have to. We have to go to a break right now, and we'll see a second half.
New Bedford High falling early in the first half, score 46-23. We'll be back with the second half in just a couple of minutes. So see you then.
Hello, I'm Andrew Young. I was formerly ambassador to the United Nations and mayor of Atlanta. Now I'm with Good Works International. Everywhere I've been in the world, the people whom I've seen who are most loved, most appreciated, and most enjoying their contribution to the world in which we live are people from the Peace Corps. Whenever somebody says, how can I get to be an ambassador? How can I get to be an international business? I say, join the Peace Corps. Young people of all colors and creeds and races are helping to educate, helping with health care, agriculture, wildlife management and environmental conservation, and doing the kinds of things that make this a world in which we can all be proud of. There is no more exciting opportunity in the world today than joining the Peace Corps. The Peace Corps will redefine your world and change your life.
Well, welcome back to the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym, where the not-so-good-looking Whalers today down 46-23 at halftime, and well, it's been Peter Bernard for Brockton putting up a big show already with 24 points, John.
This kid is unbelievable. If you were just here to see this kid, actually see him in front of you, do what he's done tonight in the first half, scoring 24 points, the Whales just cannot stop him. But they're gonna have to, because this is the second half. There's no more halves after this one. They definitely have to step up their game, and hopefully Coach Rogers came up with a plan in the second half, to stop this Brockton Boxers offense.
Well, the second leading scorer was Justin Council, who had 9 points, and basically on the offensive and defensive side, we have been seeing Brockton coming out with a lot of rebounds out of them.
Definitely, the offensive rebounds are killing the Whales. They're coming on. The Brockton Bucks are coming on with a lot of second opportunities. You know, getting big baskets, and you know, they're not scared to take it in. But when they're not taking it in, they're hitting the big shots from the outside, and that's something that the Whales has just not been doing. They cannot hit a shot from the outside. You've seen David Raymond miss a wide open layup all by himself. So basically, nothing's working for the Whales. But they have to have confidence in their shots.
Well, David Raymond did have those 2 big 3-pointers that we saw early in the first half.
And he's the only one that hit them shots. Is David. And as you go, there's a turnover. That's what you have to expect for the Whales. And Corey Drafen is going to take it to the basket. And again, he's going to miss it. And there's going to be a foul called on. I'm not too sure who the foul was on. But that was a great job by Renisha fouling the shot that Corey Drapen had taken but did not fall. And again, the foul shots for the Whales is just not falling. They're not having a great season with the foul shots at all.
Now this is going to come back to haunt the Whalers if it comes back, even if it comes back to like a 5-point ball game and Steve Renish just makes the free throw.
The Whalers' famous press, and good job by Renish, but he will get called for a foul. And that is his first.
Right. Well,
personal foul for Renish. And almost a steal by Tom Elstrachi to Bernard, and Bernard is going to take it to the hole, and he's going to miss. Rebound by Aurora. Aurora to Corey Drafen. And Corey Drafen, he's going to finish it with a layup. Great job by Everson Aurora getting a rebound, looking up, and Corey Drafen, great job of finishing. Now the Whales got to get back on defense. Bernard, great pass. And one. The offensive rebound, a great job by number 40, John Langston, who has really been quiet this game. He had 16 last time these teams met, and he only has 2 tonight. So he's been shut down today, but Bernard hasn't.
Make that 3 now for Langston.
Played by John Langston. And there's going to be a foul on Derek Thatcher. Also a very decent point guard for this Brockton Boxer. Corey Drafen is going to get fouled, and he's going to get forced to go to the line. Corey Drafen, he's just a one-man in a mission, basically.
Just to remind you, it is Drafen.
Once again,
by the end of this game, John, you will get it right.
Drafen. Hope Corey doesn't get too upset at me. The 6'1" senior, big-time player. And there was an article in the paper in the beginning saying that if the Whales was going to be successful, it has to be in the hands of Corey Drafen. And you know, he's done all he can. I mean, he's the leading scorer on this team, averaging 21 points a game. But one play can win games, and this team definitely has to step up. I mean, we're only 1 game after this left. You know, let's just hope they make it to the tournament and do something after that. I don't know who scored that last basket. David Raymond's going to pull for a 3. He's going to be off. Rebound by Corey Draven, but the ball to Everson Aurora. Going to kick it out to Steve Renish, but he can't control it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Coach Rodrigues, as you see him with his head down, is looking pretty upset, and I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, this is going to be a really tough and possibly a very emotional loss, because as you see Coach Rodrigues there, not happy at all.
Josh Council, and he's going to take a 3, and he's going to hit. And he's having a big game also. You know, I think he has 12 right now.
Yes, he does have 12 points.
You know, he's doing pretty good, and that's one play that wasn't mentioned about last game, but he didn't do too much. But, you know, he's stepping up. Rory's going to pull for the 3. He's gonna miss. And shot way off by Tommy Rodriguez. These shots is just not falling for the Whales.
Yeah, down by 27, and surprised they're not trying to drive in the lane and possibly get some more points off it.
He's just having a tough time shooting the ball. And Bernard is going to put for 3, and surprisingly, he's off. Great job with Tom Rogers grabbing a rebound. Roy's going to push it up the court. Drive to the basket, kicks out to Corey Drafin. And Corey does what he does best, but he misses. And Derek Thatcher. And a great move. Derek Thatcher, the little man, taking strong to the hole. Great move by Derek Thatcher.
Wow.
Great move. At first, you think you probably thought he was gonna get fouled, but he does a great job of out-muscling. You know, Tommy Bellistracci.
Yeah, I really did think
great job.
I thought that Tommy was really gonna like just block the crap out of him, or just like not just, like something else, and something else happened.
Derek Thatcher with a great move. Tommy Bellistracci to Steve Renish. Renish cuts right in the middle of 2 guys. He's gonna put up a shot, but he's gonna be off. But he will get a chance to get 2 points at the free throw line. And something that we all know the Whales haven't done well this season.
Well, coming into today, the Whalers shooting 63% from the line.
As a team, that's as a team. And I mean, that's not bad at all. And Bernice, who is probably shooting free throws
38%.
Bernice is shooting 38% from the line. And he got one of them in, which is good for this Whale team. And the second one is going to rally in. No, talking about Strachey with a second rebound attempt, and he can't put it in. Derek Thatcher's just going to pull, and he's going to hit. Derek Thatcher with a big 3. Ariston Aurora to Corey Drafin, and Corey Drafin with a great move. Great pass by Ariston Aurora. And Jonathan Langston slows the ball down to give it back to Thatcher. And great pass by Thatcher to number 40, John Langston, for 2.
5 points.
Langston 5 points in his second half. And we see a couple of Whales getting ready to check in. Nick Silva coming into the game in a little bit. Lance Machado also at the, check-in table. Tommy Bellistracci finally gets
it's been a while since
his
Tommy
2 points of the
Bellistracci.
game.
Oh! And we got a dunk.
John Langston
These
with a big dunk for the Brockton
people
Boxers.
behind us are loving it.
The cheerleaders behind us and the Brockton fan behind us. Just what a great dunk by John Langston.
Ooh. And we're probably going to be able to see that dunk one more time, probably.
It would be nice. That was a great job. And I really didn't, as I looked up, I seen him going up, and a tremendous dunk.
I believe we will be seeing that dunk right after David Raymond takes his...
John Langston, a 6'5" junior. Also, he will be back next year.
No, we just got word, no dunk. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. If you wanted to see that dunk, get I don't know, could find an alternate source.
Nick Silva checks in for Tommy Bellistracci, making his first time on the court. Also checking in the game is Kyle Ramis. Ooh. He's fouled hard by Nick Silva. Nick Silva, little man, but he ain't scared to throw his little body against the 6'5" John Langston.
And that's going to be a tough move going against the hard brick instead of going against the red rubber padding.
That wouldn't have felt too good.
Probably after the game, we'll probably ice his back a little bit.
John Langston can't finish on the shots.
right, I believe we have a replay of the fall, and ooh.
A hard foul by Nick Silva. Sean Langston makes 1 out of 2. And he has 8 points here in this second half. All his 8 points coming in the second half. The Whalers all down 64-33.
Who's been quiet for the Whalers? Ariston Aurora. He's only got 1 point.
Corey Drapin with shot from the key, and he has 18 points here for the Whalers. And once again, Nick Silva lets the guy get hit behind him, who number 25, Tyrone Pruitt, got behind Nick Silva and couldn't do nothing else but to foul him, and that's what he does. And he just got in the game, and he already has 2 fouls.
2 quick fouls already for Nick Silva, and Coach Rodrigues might do something about Nick Silva now.
So far, the only guy we haven't seen on the court is Ryan Walsh, who hasn't made his way onto the court yet. Ryan Walsh, the strong quarterback for the New Bedford High Whales, who had a strong season.
And he also won the Autogram Award.
Yes, also, so we'd like to congratulate him on that. Hopefully we get a chance to see him.
Probably later on.
Ariston Aurora gets called for the traveling. Ryan Walsh has done a great job here in his 4 years playing for the Whalers. And I had a chance to play with Ryan Walsh. There's another foul. And a little aggression shown by Peter Bernard. Peter Bernard has done a great job. He doesn't need to, get kicked out of this game for any reason. And the Ariston Aurora, of course, is very frustrated.
I'd be frustrated if I was down by this much. And
that's Peter Bernard actually first point of the second half, and he misses misses a free throw. Bernard with the rebound. Cheerleading, making some noise in the back here, so you probably could hear him. Corey dropping the rebound, but Nick Silva gives it to, and again a missed layup. First shot attempted by Kai Ramus, and he misses. So this is what kind of things have been happening to the Whalers. A lot of missed free throws, a lot of missed layups, a lot of missed shots. And everything is just going right for the Brockton Boxers.
Yeah, up by 30 with about 10:25 left in this game, and Brockton looking to go a perfect 4-0 in the Big 3 conference, and hopefully they can do it. And Thatcher with the 3-0. And it looks like Brockton's going to take as much time as they can off the clock now.
Well, that's what you're going to have to do if you have this much of a lead. And the shot is missed, but Pruitt with the rebound. Ariston Aurora trying to come from behind to steal. And Council, he pulls in, he hits a short jumper. Council having a good game. Also had stepping
points.
up.
14 points.
14 points for Justin Council. Nick Silva to Kyle Ramus. Hey, and a nice shot by Lance Machad. Something you really normally don't see. Mostly plays inside, but I guess he has a little shot too to go with his inside game. Guys just trying to get the ball inside to the big man, Council.
And they got 6,
45
5, 4.
And Thatcher with a great move, but can't finish. And the ball almost gets thrown away. And don't know what to call. I think Ariston Aurora stepped out of bounds. And the ball will go back to the Boxers.
I believe that's what the call was, and not a really good night for the Whalers, as they right now are down by 30, and it would not look like a good way to actually finish the 7-game losing streak. As
Great pass by Derek Thatcher to number 45, Raymond Bernard.
missed dunk opportunity.
Dunk by number 35, Dominic Beck. And Nick Silver on the other side scores.
Getting his first 2 tonight, and oh wow, you got to go back to that dunk. Oof.
This Brockton Boxers, they like to fly. As we've seen earlier during the game, we seen John Langston with a dunk, and then Dominic Beck try another one, but bounced off back of the rim, and that was a high dunk if he had gone that in.
Oof.
Great move by number 20, Kyle Raines, but it doesn't get the fall, and the ball will go back to the Brockton Boxers. Definitely does not look good for the Whalers.
No, it doesn't. Even though they're trying to get back into this, I really do not think that the Whalers will actually have a chance unless, well, now Ryan Walsh is going to come into the lineup for the first time today. Maybe he will be the spot that will ignite this Whaler team.
It would be nice, but as you see, the Whalers take a timeout. It's really been a tough game for the Whalers. I guess you could say, with 7:53, I really don't think anything could happen at this point. Basically, you just gotta look at him, look for Wednesday for that big game here at Biswell Gonsalves Gymnasium, where the Indians of Dartmouth will make their way here on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock.
Dartmouth is already in the tournament, and basically it's a must win for New Bedford, and basically they have to stop Brian Jalbert and Casey Granfield.
Definitely, them 2 players are great players, but this was the picture here. The Whalers coming into this game, they only had 2 games left. This game and the Dartmouth game. This game, basically, the Brockton is probably going to go home with a victory. They had to win at least either this game or they have to win on Wednesday night against Dartmouth. Basically, Coach Rogers is going to have to put this away, go back to work, and get ready for Wednesday game against Dartmouth. If the Whalers win that, they will make it to the tournament. But if they lose, they will be out of the tournament, and it will be the first time ever for Coach Rogers not to make a postseason appearance.
That's going to be pretty emotional for Coach Rodrigues.
So it's gonna be tough. And if that tends to happen, hopefully not. Just got to rebuild and get ready for next year.
Well, one other note: the girls they have 2 games left. Actually, they have a couple of games left, including their little tournament. So we could actually see one New Bedford team into the tournament.
Definitely, the girls are just 1 game away. Also, the same situation. They also have 2 more games, and they have to win at least one game to make it to the tournament. We also like to congratulate Coach Toppy. His team, his JV team, beat Brockton earlier this evening. Also, I definitely have to mention this. We'd like to congratulate Ryan Walsh and also Mark Belstratch, who does not play basketball. They were selected to play in the Shriners All-Star game, which is played sometime late in June. So we'd like to congratulate both Ryan Walsh and Mark Belstratch for doing a tremendous job for this Whaler football team. Both, as Mark Belstratch will be attending Holy Cross next year. Ryan Walsh hasn't made his decision yet, but
he's narrowed it down to a couple of schools, but just unsure.
No, I'm sure he will pick the right one. He has some great parents who could help him out, and he'll basically do a good job. And as we've seen, Peter Bernard is on the bench, and hopefully that will be the end of Peter Bernard. I don't think the Whalers want to see him
No, they don't.
anymore this night.
27 points for Peter Bernard, and
And it's just been an awful day shooting for Tommy Belstratch.
Tommy Balistracci,
Just
big
2.
surprise on the day. Usually he'll be up in about like, not about like 10, like 15 points, but maybe about like 7 or 8 key points. But tonight he's only limited to 2 points, and basically, whew. And there's your buddy Zach Rocha.
Zach Rocha, my main man.
And that's a 3
It's
ball.
a big 3. He's been stepping up, but hopefully he could have done that a little bit earlier. And Ryan Walsh couldn't catch that one. Usually plays safety on the football team. He basically, had some great interceptions, but you thought right there he would have one, but couldn't get it. Zach Rocha making a nice block. Balistracci's going to continue on shooting, and he's going to hit it.
Finally, Balistracci.
Balistracci with a 3, and that's his first 3 in a while.
5 points. Basically, Brockton is probably just going to try and take as much time as they can off the clock.
22 is Ben Junielli making his first also appearance.
Now look at the nice pass from Zach Rocha. And Ranish goes in. Oh, and it's blocked.
Oh, and there's going to be a foul on number 33. Is it 33? Yes, number 33, which we don't have a 33 on our roster. So can't
I believe
tell
that
you
might
the
be
name.
Shane Perkins.
You just have a name, which is Shane Perkins, but no number, so we really don't know if that's the right name.
But 6 minutes to go, John. 73-45 in favor of Brockton.
Brockton will go to 4-0.
4-0 in the
Big
Big
3 conference. Congratulate the Brockton Boxers. They have a great team, and they also got a great team coming back. Derek Thatcher is a senior. He won't be back next year. But one guy we will see next year is that guy, number 32, Peter Bernard. He will be back next year. So once again, Coach Rogers will have his hands full.
Yeah, Coach Rogers really has to do something about Peter Bernard. 27 points to be exact for Peter Bernard.
27 points, but 24 in the first half. So he did. They didn't use him as much as they did in the first half, but in the second half. But he had a good game.
That's Steve Verniche getting his 6th point tonight. Oh, they're going to call a kickball, I believe.
Dominic Beck just trying to dribble around the Nuba 5 players. Easy breaking the press.
Almost like Ryan Walsh is limping a little bit and also laughing.
Ryan Walsh is a tough player. Don't believe in that limping. He's a tough kid. Ian Mello running the point now. That's something we just seen.
I think that Ian would probably be, my pick to start next season in the varsity level. He would probably be a forward on the team next year, and possibly he's a really great. He's pretty quick though.
I did not even know Ian Mello was a junior, but he did make a couple of starts. He hit some big 3s, some big baskets, and if he is a junior, he'd be back next year. I think he will definitely start for this Whaler team. And there's going to be a foul on number 12, Tommy Balistracci, just having an awful night. And, he's a great player. He will be back next year for the Whalers. He's only a junior. Also, a great football player for the Whalers. Was one of the starting receivers along with his brother Mark Balistracci. But next year, look for him to play.
And I believe we're going to show a replay of the foul pretty soon.
And Balistracci back to Zach Rocha. Back to Tommy Balistracci. It's moving to Rocha. Rocha with the 3, in and out. Dominic Beck just dribbling through the Whaler press. Shane Perkins trying to take it to the basket. Brandon Pina is about to check in along with Tommy Rodriguez.
Not a good sign is actually the Whaler fans starting to pile out of here. And oof. All right, number 30. All right, here's the replay of the foul, I believe.
Shane Perkins trying to drive to the basket. Ian Mello comes from behind and tried to steal the ball, but he doesn't. But the foul was on number 11, Zach Rocha. Brandon Pena is back in the game, number 15. Brandon came up from the JV team because Joe Clement had sprained his ankle in practice. So Coach Rodriguez brought up the star point guard from the JV team.
Ryan Walsh. Ryan Walsh getting his first 2 tonight.
Brandon Pena playing some tough defense. Good at defensive player.
And
John,
it does look like Brockton is trying to take as much time off the clock as they're doing, but the speed is just really killing them tonight.
Well, if you have this much of a lead, I mean, you don't want to start rushing shots. You should just waste some time and hopefully get some.
There's a little miscommunication there between Walsh and Tommy Rodriguez.
That's just the way it's been going for the Wheels tonight.
Tommy Rodriguez with that push there.
Raymond Bernard got the ball underneath, made a move to the basket, and Tommy Rodgers came out of nowhere, fouled him. And they will send Bernard to the foul line, shooting 2.
I believe Bernard, this is his first point of the game.
Bernard, I don't know if he have any relation with Peter Bernard.
Probably.
But, and a great job by number 35, Dominic Beck.
That's his first 2.
Got up there, got the tip in.
So basically we've seen everybody score except for Janelli, who has yet to, I believe, take a shot.
Tommy Rodgers with a 3. If you have just joined us, it's been not such a great game for the Whalers. They've been down basically the whole game. It's like the beginning game when they had a 5-4 lead.
Hey, and Rocha just makes a layup.
And it's just been a lot of missed layups, a lot of free throws, a lot of shots. And it's just not been going the way the Wheels wanted to go. And number 42, Stephen Evelyn with a nice hook shot. And it just continues for the Brockton boxes. Every shot is just falling for the boxes. Email taking it to the basket, he's going to get fouled. And he's going to send them to the line.
I believe Ian Mello, if they did have a 6th man award, I would probably give that to Ian Mello, and he's probably been the reason why they've been able to play a lot, actually hustle a lot quicker than they usually do, because Ian Mello does have a lot of speed, and I don't know if he would be able to run on the track team, but could be a good addition.
Well, that is one of the moves that Coach Rodgers did make early during the season when Steven Renish got hurt. He did move Mello to the starting rotation. And You know, he didn't stop today because Tommy Rogers got the stop. But as you've seen it right there, this is how it's been going for this Brockton Boxer team. They've been getting plenty of opportunities. They definitely has out-rebounded the Wales tremendously. Getting second chance points, and I mean, it's been one of them games for the high school. Not such. We've seen a lot of games played here, but this one is not one of their great ones, and they've been playing horrible this whole game.
31 points now they're down by. About a minute and 50 left.
Zach Rocha for three, but he misses. Dominic Beck, the rebound. Nice pass, and there's another one. Raymond Bernard. Great pass by number 35, Dominic Beck to Raymond Bernard. He finishes.
8 points already for him, and I believe all 8 points have come in the second half already.
All 8 points that's come in the second half in the last 2 minutes.
Ooh, in the last 2 minutes, I've been keeping track.
Trying to. And there you see again a rebounding, balls on the floor. One thing that New Bedford has done today is their hustling. They dive every time for a loose ball.
You know what else they haven't done? A lot of complete. Actually, they've taken a lot of three-pointers, but they just haven't been able to convert on the three-pointers.
And at all. You see David Raymond early in the game, he hit two big three-pointers. We've seen Tommy Belstracher hit one. We've seen Tommy Rodriguez hit another. And that's the only three they probably hit, was only 4. Brandon Pena, he's off, making his first shot at the varsity level. And he's definitely off. So
I think Coach Rodriguez would want Brandon Pena to score in his first game.
And they just continue to foul.
I believe it's going to be either on Zach Rocha or Brandon Pena now.
Brandon Pena, his third.
That is now 10 team fouls for the Whalers.
Score right now 88 to 54 with 109 left in favor of the Brockton Boxers. But they win the Big 3 conference this year with a perfect 4-0 record as the Whalers fall to 1-4.
Or 1-3 rather.
Well, 1-3. Sorry about that.
Oh, I really did think he was going to dunk.
And it just continues.
.6 seconds to go in this game, John, and well, it's been a good one. Actually,
not so great for the Whalers.
Well, I mean, in sense of for Brockton winning the Big 3 and well, player of the game, John. Who do you think?
Player of the game, Peter Bernard. 27 points, had 24 in the first half. And basically, this is what's going to happen for the Whalers. They're going to lose this one, going 9-10. The Box is going to improve to 13-4, winning the Big 3 conference with a perfect 4-0 record. Next game for the Whalers, it has to be a must-win situation. They will face the Indians of Dartmouth, who has been perfect this year. The Indians beat the Whalers earlier this season. And
wait, we could have 2 buzzer beaters in one night, and we could have had 2 buzzer beaters, John, but we come up short.
Final score, Brockton 92, Whalers 56. Next game for the Whalers, Wednesday night here at 7 o'clock against the Indians, in a must-win situation.
Must win for the Whalers.
They definitely have fallen apart. Lost 7 in a row. Have one more game left against the Dartmouth Indians.
Yeah, I think it's really going to be a tough game for them. They got to really come out and Coach Rodgers really has to watch the tape tonight and possibly, I don't know.
He definitely has to. They have one game left. A must-win situation. They don't win. They don't make it to the tournament.
First time
in Coach Roderick's career. And let's hope it doesn't have to end like that for Coach Roderick's.
Well, I'm David Rodricks, and this is John Silva for Whale Basketball. Thank you so long.
trying to get some rap, you know, just saying some rap, though. It's been wrapped up at the halftime.
Dave Raymond scored 7 points. Kobe Draffin scored 18 points this evening. Steve Bruce scored 7 points. Lance Eshon scored 4 points. Brandon Pina, Kyle Ramos, and Ian Bell did not score for the Warriors. Once again, folks, as a reminder, you can tee it up the last time of the regular season on Wednesday night. And the Warriors coach high school. Win for the tournament. Come on out, cheer the guys on. Thank you all for joining us. Please drive carefully and good night.